Hey everyone, welcome back. Erica here again. First and foremost, if you are new to the channel and you've gone through my content, if you find it to be informative, if you find it to be helpful, please be sure to hit the subscribe button because I do update my content very often. If you have any questions, requests, or feedback, please, by all means, leave it in the comment section. And for all of my existing subscribers, my returning subscribers, welcome back. Giving the narcissist a second chance. Reconciling with the narcissist. Do you do it? Do you not? If you don't do it, are you being heartless? Are you showing that you're not forgiving? If you do it, are you not thinking straight? Are you just looking for trouble? Well, luckily in this video, we're going to go over a few pointers and factors that just may help point you guys in making a wise decision that you see is best fit for you. Okay, so I'm not here to tell you what to do. I'm just going to point out a few things. That's all. So we're not going to do this video based on statistics and data analysis and research and case studies. Okay, you have all the other videos for that gives you the statistical factors on narcissism and people with narcissistic personality disorder. I'm just going to be here to talk to you as a human being, talking to you, even though I talk to you guys like human beings throughout all my videos, but just someone who is just here to give you the pointers, okay? And unfortunately, give you the reminders, because any kind of experience with a narcissist is not the greatest experience. You know that, I know that, a lot of people know that. Keep that in mind. Now, I'm dealing with someone who is a narcissist, who has narcissistic personality disorder, or even someone that you suspect is extremely narcissistic and just extremely toxic for your life. That in itself would tell you, no, don't do it. But everybody is different and everybody's still going to make their own choices. But if they're going to make their choices, I think it's important that we give the reminder of what it is you have gone through in dealing with these type of people in the first place. Now, if you were dealing with family members that are narcissists, understand something. We know that narcissists live in complete denial. They do not believe that anything is wrong with them. So they're going to sit there and be like, well, this is who I am. Accept me for who I am. Take it or leave it. That's how they look at things. And it's kind of hard, unfortunately, with family members. It's hard because it's your family. You've grown up with them. You've been so involved with them. Okay. But now you have to think of it this way. With family members that are narcissists, family members that are willing to manipulate you, that are willing to gaslight, lie to you, hurt you, steal from you, be complete and total hypocrites with you, people who are willing to say and do things that will not only pull you under, but actually hurt you. They have no regard for you. They have no regard for your feelings. They have no regard for what it is that you are enduring. Where does the line get drawn? Where does any of it get drawn? When they're hurting you consciously because they know what they're doing, where do you draw the line? When you have people who are flying monkeys that are willing to cover up the deceit and betrayal because they're being high favored and you're being scapegoated because you are the clueless victim. You have no choice but to deal with what it is that they're doing because the role that they play is the role that's going to be forever in your life. Where do you draw the line? When they are ganging up on you, when they are making you appear to be the crazy one, when they are humiliating you, when they're sabotaging you and they're sabotaging what you're trying to achieve in your life, where do you draw the line? The people that are supposed to protect you are the ones who are hurting you. Where does the line get drawn? Because they're your family, because they've managed to incept in your mind that this isn't abuse. This is the way we've always been. Why all of a sudden now are you questioning things? Why all of a sudden now are you asking what's going on? And you're trying to investigate and you're trying to figure things out. This has been going on for years. This is normal. Nobody's lying to you. Nobody's hurting you. It's all in your head. Where do you draw the line? It takes a deep betrayal to happen to show itself for you to realize that. But the majority of the time, it's too late because you've already been sucked in. You've been sucked into the web of obligation because it's so easy for family who manipulates, to make you feel guilty for wanting to have your own happiness, for wanting to have a normal, healthy life because it's not benefiting them. Because if you decided to just go rogue and be, let's say, black sheep and say, screw this, I'm out, all that's really going to happen is your role, your position that you have decided to just cut off gets put onto someone else. Because they're your family, it's okay. Because they're your family, you have no reason to question them. You have no reason to doubt them. You have no reason to ask any questions, because why would family hurt you? You know, that stereotype, it's a stereotype to me. When people say, well, we're family, we're blood, we're related, we're supposed to have each other's backs. So I have your back, but instead of you having mine, you're busy stabbing me in it because you're manipulating, you're lying, you're using, you're abusing. And because you feel that it's okay. It's okay to do that because we're family. People use the family card all the time. You got to draw the line somewhere. And it's been going on for years. It's been going on for so long. When you're stressed out, when you're hurting, when you're going through the motions of life, when you are dealing with things that you don't want to deal with that are just draining you, and everyone is nowhere to be found, no one really cares, they enable that kind of behavior. Why? Because you are the scapegoat. Why? Because it's your problem. Your problem is not their problem, but their problem is your problem. You understand? And because you're family, and because they make it seem as if, well, you know, you can deal with X, Y, and Z. We don't want to get involved in it. We don't want to do this. We don't want to do that. That's not family, man. That is not family. Family helps family. True family. And it doesn't even have to be blood related. True family are people who are willing to help you get through your problems, are willing to help take the load off of your back, are willing to work together with you to create that healthy dynamic. I want you to keep all of that in mind when you are deciding to possibly give them a second chance. Because if it's been going on for many years, right? And you're not at fault for it, for not really catching on, because, you know, manipulation, mind games, liars, deceivers, oh, it can go on for a very long time. Keep that in mind when you're thinking about giving them another chance, because there are times people are only sorry, not because they're remorseful, but because they got caught. Now, considering reconciling or taking back your narcissistic ex, well, now you got some things to think about too. You got to think about how they treated you. You got to think about how they managed to manipulate you as well. You got to think about when they were here one minute and gone the next. Think about it. Think about when they decided to leave you for someone else because they thought they could do better than you, because you were cramping their style, because you gave them what they wanted and your supply was no longer good enough for them. Your love was not good enough for them anymore. There was something wrong with you, not them, because you became collateral damage. Let's just say that. No matter what you did, it wasn't good enough for them. No matter how much you tried to make them feel good, how much you tried to make them feel comfortable, feel safe, show them love, wasn't good enough for them. The attention they were getting everywhere else, well, that was stroking enough of their ego to do what they did to you, which was put you through hell. Oh, that good old discard stage. We all know how that one goes, right? Make you believe that you were crazy, lie to you, possibly even cheat on you, and give you breadcrumbs in the process, because they really didn't want to let you go. No, they weren't going to let you go right away. They had to make sure that what it is that they desired or they thought they desired was locked in first. And if you're the more than one timer, the ones that get hoovered in every single time when they would come and apologize to you and say, oh, it'll get better this time around. It'll get better. Things will be good between us. We'll be all right. We can make this work. Let's try to make it work again. Let's do it for the sake of the kids. Let's get back together. And then you have your family encouraging it too. You got kids together. Try to make it work, knowing the dynamic was extremely toxic. Yeah. So that way they could look all cute on the camera and take pictures and pose and show the world that, we're a happy couple, but they treat you like shit in private. Okay? They put you down. They point out all of your flaws. They tell you what's wrong with you. And at the off chance that you decide, I'm going to stand up, you stand up to the bully and you tell them, you're not going to treat me that way. Okay? And you decide to put your foot down. That's when they'll go into narcissistic rage and they will insult you. They'll insult you by using what they know already is your own insecurity against you. Okay? And they'll insult you badly. They'll say the harshest words. They'll say the most disgusting things to you. They will do anything to hurt you, because you decided to stand up to the big bad wolf. You decided to say, no, you're not going to do that. You're not going to say that to me. Oh, but you can't do that with a narcissist. You can't say no to them. You can't say they are wrong. You can't say that to me. You can't be disrespectful. Oh, but they can. And they will. And they'll not only disrespect you, they'll not only get mad at you for standing up for yourself, but they'll shame you. Oh, they will shame you. Remember when they were putting up posts and doing all kinds of stuff in public to make you look like an asshole? Remember when they were sitting there talking all kinds of garbage and trash, and everyone was siding with them because they managed to make everyone believe that it was you who was the one who was doing it to them. Do you remember when that happened? Do you remember when they were going around spreading lies about you? Do you remember when they were going around and publicly humiliating you and shaming you? Do you remember that? You still want to forgive them? You want to go back? Or remember when they were parading their new supply, their new soulmate, their new love in your face? Do you remember that? The person that they left you for, or one of the people that they left you for, when they were doing everything possible to hurt you, to get a reaction out of you, to manipulate the situation, to get you to jump out of character, or at least try to get you to jump out of character and make you look like you were the crazy one. You were the one who damaged everything. You were the one who created the toxic environment. You were the one who did it all. They could do no wrong. It was all you. Still want to go back? And of course, let's not forget the gaslighting. When you were trying to get through and they were ignoring you. They were telling you one thing but doing something else. When they were managing to breadcrumb you and text you one day, wait about a week or so, then text you again. Or just pretty much do whatever they wanted to. And act like you were just whatever. You remember all of that? Think about it. Think long and hard about it. Think about what you went through. Think about what you felt. It's going to trigger you, but you got to feel it. You have to feel it. You know why? Because it's a reminder. It's a reminder that you cannot let what you thought these people were or this person was, do not let that persuade you into delving into temptation again. Reason being is because that person and these people are illusions. That's what they are. Okay? Don't let the thoughts of the good memories, the good times, hinder your logical senses. You're going to have to, at one point, put your heart on the shelf for a moment and let your brain do the talking for you. Consider what your heart went through when you were going through the motions, when you dealt with the ultimate betrayal of family members or the betrayal of someone that you loved, cared about, respected, were loyal to. You got to think about that. Your heart has already gone through so much, and you have done so much work to do your healing. You have done so much work to get to where you are. Listen, I personally would say, no, you don't. Because all they're going to end up doing is just coming back with what? An apology and nothing to show for it. You want to take your chance on it? Show me those papers. Show me those papers that you went and you're getting help. And that's lightly put for family. Because when it comes to romance, you ever leave me for someone else? Narcissist or not, you leave me for someone else, or you leave me thinking that you found better, or you leave me, you hurt me, and then you decide, this ain't working for me no more. Let me come back. Ooh, no. No. Because if I was not important enough to gain the respect that I know that I deserve, if I was not important enough to be considered after all that my heart put in, no. Whew. My emotions, I'm telling you, man, I'm telling you, it's, and I feel for people that are going through it. I feel for people who are so confused and who manage to continuously go back into the same cycles, who continuously go back because narcissistic people, manipulative people, toxic people, they know how to play the game. They know how to pull on your heartstrings. They know how to play on your emotions. And they, for some reason, know how to go back into your life, especially when you have not properly healed from what it is you have already endured. And they do it all for a reason. They do it with motives, okay? My best advice, because we already know my answer to it, no, you don't let them back in. No, you do not give them another chance. Giving someone forgiveness, it does not mean that you have to give them another chance, that you have to let them back in. Now, if you have dealt with someone who is a narcissist or has NPD, manipulative person, toxic person, and you manage to learn your lesson from it, where you know not to deal with situations like that again, and you know how to discern the red flags, that's awesome. If you are a repeater in that you have been sucked in by toxic, manipulative people more than one time, learn from it. End that cycle. Cut it short. Do not go back to it. I don't care if it's family. I don't care if it's friends, relationships, what have you. If they did not care to be able to manipulate you, lie to you, deceive you, hurt you all this time, and yet they want to re-enter your life, because why? Because you caught on to their bullshit. And you saw what everybody was about. And you saw what everybody was doing. And you saw through it all. People tend to only apologize when they have been caught. When they have been caught doing things that they should not have been doing in the first place. Know the difference between someone being remorseful in their actions, because someone who's remorseful in their actions, the minute it is done, the very first time, they are apologizing to you because they had no intentions on doing that to you, because they never meant to hurt you. But if they come into you after 5, 10, 15 years of lying to you and deceiving you and doing all this nonsense to you, they're doing it because you saw through their shit. Y'all already know my answer. And y'all already can tell how I feel about it. And even though people are still going to make their own decisions and do whatever it is that they want to do, it is necessary sometimes to be reminded, because they wouldn't have done it if they didn't mean it. They wouldn't have said it if they didn't mean it. And unfortunately, there are people who just are too terrified to accept the truth. And that's something that they have to work on. Not everybody is the same. Not everybody heals the same. And not everybody's going to handle the situation the same. But guys, I hope this helped. For anyone who is remotely curious on whether or not you give them another chance, they're not going to get the help that they need because they don't think they have a problem. And without the proper help, all it's going to be is more mind games, more manipulation, more lies. They may let the dust settle for a little bit, but it's only a matter of time before it all starts all over again. And not only that, it gets worse. So I'm keeping it 100 with you guys. I do not encourage going back to toxic people. I do not encourage being in toxic relationships, dynamics, families, what have you. I don't encourage any of that. And I'm not going to downplay their abuse, because abuse is abuse, whichever way you look at it. So I hope this video was helpful for you guys. You know me, I'll be working on my next one. And until next time, guys, namaste.